So I'm not sure if you have seen it, but I was thinking like, okay, how could I I quickly need to rearrange this here so I see your comments. How could I actually create a really, really good course outline, or a bunch of courses that make sense, and that how to learn data engineering the right way, right? So what I was thinking about, the central point is, you at some point you have a platform, a data science platform, a platform that requires engineering. And from there, I've been thinking about finding out, okay, which topics are important in this area. And what I have seen, and what I know from experience, is these around here. So basically, we could start on the right, that you have some APIs. APIs that are where you are getting data in, or you're querying data. So you should think about something like, from a design standpoint, Open API and Swagger are interesting parts, Fast API. Then you most likely you want to do some stream processing, so you need something that I always call buffers, or message queues, Kafka, maybe a pops up from Redis, like a cache. Then you have some data stores, where you basically have modern data warehouses, normal data warehouses. You have SQL, you have NoSQL databases. And I've been trying to like organize that with a bunch of tools. Which tools could we use here? And how could we build this? And then you have processing frameworks, where you find Spark, where you would also find Flink that we just discussed, simple Docker containers that run Python scripts, Airflow with the scheduling, where you would have a platform like Databricks, and then CI/CD with GitLab, Jenkins, basically a code repository and deployment, or a integration where you can already build code. With Jenkins, you can also build code. And then on the top, you have monitoring for your platform, and you have something like visualization, where you say, okay, maybe I have a BI tool, maybe I have a dashboard, already built dashboard, or I built myself a dashboard with something like Streamlit based on Python. So that's basically what I was thinking of, and that's basically that's what I started with. So I started with this setup, and I was thinking, okay, how can I now organize this? How can I bring this into projects? Because I think the main idea here. Let me go to this. The main idea how to learn data engineering, and that's how I built my whole academy around, is first you have a layer that is like the introduction layer, the basics layer, introduction to data engineering, fundamentals, Python fundamentals. Then you're going to the next part would be platform and pipeline design, like the general design principles, strategies, and security. And then I have these, what we've just talked about before, data ingestion with APIs, buffers with message queues, data processing, or processing frameworks, and scheduling, data stores and data warehouses, visualization, CI/CD, monitoring. And so all of these, a bunch of these would then build, in my thinking, would then build a capstone project, where you're, for instance, you're doing a log indexing project, and you're using these tools here, a bunch of them, to actually do these capstone projects. And that's what I'm basically trying to plan. Once you have built these projects, you then do a documentation on GitHub, or blog posts, or YouTube videos, build your CV, and then you basically market yourself. And so that's basically what I'm thinking of, where I want to go, and why I want to build these platform, these tools, and choose the right tools to actually work with. So I'm not sure if that makes, I hope that makes sense, because to me it makes total sense, because then now I have these areas that I want to work on, and now I can basically figure out which tools do I want to use. And that was the thing. I was then thinking about, okay, now now I went through and marked these tools into different colors and actually try to design some small projects. Like local here was a search engine with the CI/CD pipeline. Maybe not Jenkins here, maybe only GitLab, but like these things that then ended in this, or more or less this one here. Like you have the capstone projects on the top. You have the stream processing with JSON documents, time series, log indexing, ETL from a warehouse, modern data warehouse, and then an Azure course. And so I was, and then below these are basically the, and I colored these as well. These are then the simple courses to actually build. And each of this course, I was thinking of like, okay, these course have an introduction. What is it? What is it used for? And data environment, like how this tool is set up, the data that we use, key concept of each tool, a hands-on part, best practices, how to use that in the platform, then a summary and outlook. So that's how I basically got to this whole thing, to this. And I think it's a great plan to actually build, and that's where basically we're right now. We're here. I have a few things that I want to finish. I'm currently working on the fundamentals course, finishing the fundamentals course, and then the next part is the choosing data stores course that I have right now, but I only have the slides. I want to record this next. Yeah, that's basically how I currently what I'm looking at and what I'm working on. So a lot of stuff is going on behind, and this is how you build a roadmap, right? Because people, as I said before, you only see it's this course coming, it's this course coming. People are doing these courses, but the overall the thinking of how does that all fit together, and in a way that like it's not just single courses, it fits together, and people can actually go in there, learn the tools, build a project, document the project, and then go from there. Then add new stuff to it. That's something I really I'm looking forward to, and I want to work on a lot.